All right, everybody, we got to talk about something. The World Health Organization. Now, just to be clear, all you keyboard warriors on YouTube who censor everybody that you don't like or who has the wrong political opinion, I want to let you in on something. I'm not going to agree with or disagree with any position of the WHO, the World Health Organization. Instead, I'm going to level an accusation. There are only two possibilities that I'm going to set up for you right now, and it's up to you to decide which possibility is more plausible. Let's go with what we know. With the start of this Wuhan flu, the Shanghai shivers, the COVID 19, whatever you want to call it, we know that China deliberately lied on several points, several key points. Number one, that it didn't spread from person to person. We also know that the World Health Organization backed them up on that lie. Number two, China deliberately told Beijing not to stop international flights. The World Health Organization backed them up on that decision too. Then there's, okay, without going into a whole lot of detail, I just want to avoid confusion and get right to the point. The Wuhan flu, coronavirus, COVID 19, Shanghai shivers, whatever you want to call it, the China virus, right? Because it came from China. Okay? That was a deliberate attack, not just on America, but on the whole world. Now, this is an act of war, in my opinion. And the World Health Organization backed up China every step of the way. Lied about the origins of the virus, lied about the way it is spread, lied about how much damage it could do. And then when they were caught, what did they do? Oh, they backtracked and they praised China for doing such a wonderful job of containing it. Okay, so in my mind, there's only two possibilities that explain the World Health Organization's actions and statements regarding the coronavirus. Number one, they are either so inept and incompetent and bumbling bunch of oafs that you've ever seen in your life that you couldn't trust them to run a lemonade stand. They would mess that up. They would bumble it somehow. Okay, either they are that incompetent, or the second possibility is that they deliberately and intentionally and willfully lied, covered up, and put out propaganda, frankly, to support China's actions in attempting to start World War III. There's only those two possibilities in my mind, because you can't look at their bumbling actions, which have backed up and supported China 100% of the way. They've never leveled a single criticism at China, as far as I know, to date. So either they are so bumblingly incompetent that, like I said, you couldn't trust them to run a lemonade stand, or they are in cahoots with China's attempts to start World War III. Now, you may call me a tinfoil hat crazy conspiracy theorist, but a lot of us conspiracy theorists have been proven right time and time and time again, especially recently. So I leave it up to you, the viewer, and you, my audience. Leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. If you agree that the World Health Organization is indeed a deliberate, willful accomplice in China's attempts to start World War III, and who basically took an action that amounts to a declaration of war, then let me know. If you think I'm completely off my rocker, let me know that too, because if the World Health Organization is indeed that bumblingly incompetent and inept, well then I think we would all be better off if it were dismantled and discontinued, right? I mean, we don't want such an organization handling the world's health if they messed this up so badly. right? I wouldn't. I don't know about you, but if it is true that they are just that incompetent, shouldn't we be not only looking at defunding them, but at dismantling them and having the individuals in charge of running that organization investigated and prosecuted and perhaps put in prison for their incompetence? Yeah. Well, if the opposite is true, then wouldn't you also want to spare the rest of the world their deceitful, malicious, intentional, willful subversion of your health? I would think so. In either possibility, the World Health Organization doesn't simply need to be defunded, it needs to be destroyed once and for all. Now, the topic of what to do with China, I'll save for another video, but I've got some ideas and I'm sure you do too. So, like I said earlier, leave a comment, rate, subscribe, let me know how you're all doing, and I'll catch you next time for the next video. Adios.